Hey everyone, so today I will be showing you how to visualize a grid in InDesign and implementing that vision into Premiere as you're editing a video project. This is probably really useful right now because we're all sheltering at home and maybe working on some video projects with our friends. So I figured that this would be a fun little tutorial and hopefully you guys enjoy it and find it useful. And if you have any questions, because I feel like I was a little bit confusing at some points, that's totally okay. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me and I will be more than happy to help you. So yes, let's just get on with this tutorial. Disclaimer, my computer crashed and quick time stop recording at a couple points, but hopefully you will be able to understand everything and hopefully I edited this video so that it's nice and cohesive. All right, cool. Please enjoy. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get a folder and have all your video clips in there, and it's preferable that they're all the same size, but I'm going to be showing you how to remedy that in Premiere. So I have my 12 videos here. Today we're going to be making a grid, as you saw before, that is going to be 4 videos across and then 3 videos down. Usually I like to have it like 4x4 or 3x3 or something like that, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to show you how to do it with 12. So what I'd like to do is rename all of them in order just to make things easy for me. So I have like 1 hiking, 2 ocean, 3 dogs, so on and so forth. So I have all of these and I have a vertical video and that's totally okay. By the way, all these videos are not mine. I just got them on Pexels. They will be credited in the description. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to InDesign. So when you go to InDesign, you're going to create a new document and it's going to be in pixels and you're going to want to have it be 1920 by 1080 if that's what you are going to be exporting, which that is what I will be exporting. So that's what we're doing. Click create. This will pop up and this is pretty much what you will be seeing, kind of visualizing your grid. Which is the first kind of section of what we're going to be doing. So you're going to go over here and click on the rectangle tool, double click, and then make a rectangle that is 1920 by 1080, and then just add a little fill color. I'll just put my brand color. There you go, nice and yellow. And then we're just going to want to center this. So basically what you have here is a singular rectangle that is the size of your whole entire video screen situation. Now we're going to start our whole grid situation. So what you're going to want to do is take your whole entire length and then divide that by however many videos you want across. So I want 4 across, so I'll do 1920 divided by 4. And if you don't know that, like at the top of your head, oops, divided by 4, it's 480. So what I'm going to do here is click here, make sure my link thing is linked, and you can put 480 here, or if you're lazy, you just do divided by 4. And then it scales the box down to 1/4 of the length. And then you're just gonna drag that all the way to this side here. And then you want to clone it across so that you have 4 videos across or 4 rectangles across. So just Option, click and drag, and Shift so it's all in one line. And wow, my computer is slow. Okay, computer, I believe in you. Whoa, what happened here? I have no idea what just happened. Okay, you know what? That's fine. We're just gonna move on. So we're just gonna click and drag. There we go. So now you have 4 rectangles across. And as you can see up here, the width is 1920, which is perfect. And then you just want to clone this 3 times down, or so that there are columns of 3. Option, click and drag again, and once again. So now you have 4 rectangles across and 3 rectangles down. And if that's confusing, you can go back or something, or just message me and I will help you. And so you have all these, and you'll notice that it does not fill up the whole entire screen, and that's totally okay. It's okay if there's some white space. I'm okay with it. If you only had 12 videos, you could also adjust this by cropping your videos in Premiere, but for the sake of time, we're just gonna stick with some white space on the top and the bottom. So I'm just gonna highlight all of these and then center this. If it will, there, okay, there we go. So what we have here is some white on the top and bottom, and then a 4x3 grid. This is kind of what our grid situation is going to look like. Now, if you wanted it to look like something else, hopefully you're gonna be able to use your logic and figure it out for the rest of this process, but this is what we're gonna work with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on a rectangle, and usually the anchor point or the reference point is at the top or one of these corners up here, but what you want to do for continuity's sake is make sure that it's in the center. And the reason why we do that is because Premiere, their default is to have the anchor point be at the center of the object. So just to make things easy for us, we're just gonna make it center in InDesign so that we kind of get a better idea of what's happening. So as you can see here, you have your coordinates. X is for across and Y is for up and down. So the center point right here is at 240 pixels across and 270 pixels down. And that's very important to note because that's where this is. And then you can see if you go over here, it's going to be 720 pixels across and 270 pixels down. This one will be 1200 pixels across, 270 down. This one is 1680 across and 270 down, so on and so forth. As I'm clicking on these different ones, you will see that the numbers will change. So those are your coordinates. And so what you want to do now is write it down so that you don't forget the numbers. And if you don't want to write it down, that's okay. You can also refer back to the InDesign situation, but yeah, let's write it down. And what I like to do is just draw my rectangle. Here, I'll just visualize it on the InDesign thing. So if I were to be drawing this out, this box right here, I know that it is 240, like horizontally. So then I will do 240, and then the next one is 720, and then the next one is 1200, and the next one I believe is, see, I don't remember, 1680. And then the ones down here, it is 270, 540, and 810. Okay, so to make everyone's life easier, please write it down on a piece of paper for reference, but we will be putting it here. Yeah, so now you see that if you want something positioned in this box, it'll be 240 by 270. If you want something in this box, it will be 1680 by 810. So hopefully you get that idea. I'm just gonna scribble these down really quick. All right, cool. So congratulations, we are done with the InDesign part. So now we're gonna go into Premiere and just create a new project and then click OK. And please, spinning wheel of death, don't come at me. Okay, so now I don't know why my project panel is not here. That's fine. Project. There we go. So we will import all of our media. So you can do that by double clicking on this, but I already have the window open. So I'm just gonna highlight all these videos and I'll just drag them all in so that I'll import them. And it will take a few seconds, but yes, and I don't know if you can hear, but my computer is going crazy right now. So I'm screen recording. Okay, I have all these videos. They're at different frame rates, but you know what? That's okay. So I want to click on names so that it orders them in the order that I wanted it to be. So the first thing we're gonna do is figure out the sizing of all of our videos to ensure that all of them are 1920 by 1080. And if you look over here, you will see the different sizes. So this one is 1920 by 1080, but this one is, I think, 4K, so it's a lot bigger, but it's okay. We're gonna take care of that right now. So I'm just gonna start with my first video, and that's the hiking one. So I'll just drag it into my timeline. It's 1920 by 1080. Cool, I don't have to worry about it. And I'm just gonna rename my sequence right here as grid video. So now I will drag in my ocean clip. So I'll just drag this in here. And ocean is really big. If I double click, you do not see the bounding box. Okay, so QuickTime stopped recording. I don't know what the last thing you saw was, but anyway, okay, QuickTime keeps cutting out. We're just gonna have to roll with it. So I'm just gonna, then you're gonna run into this issue where you get the spinning wheel of death. And now I don't know what to do because I'm stuck trying to make a tutorial, but it's just not happening. Okay. Well, I guess now we wait. All right, well, my computer just crashed. So that's great. All right, well, it looks like I have to start over because nothing saved, which is a shame. So now I'm just importing all the stuff again, and I'm gonna try screen recording again. Okay, we're just gonna kind of start over here. So basically, sorry about that. I have my videos here. The first thing I'll drag in is my hiking clip, and it's already at 1920 by 1080. And I can see this over here in my video info panel that it is indeed 1920 by 1080. So I don't have to do anything about that. And the next thing I'll do is drag in my ocean clip. This one is bigger, so I'll go to my effects controls and just go on a whim and say 50, hoping that it is the right shape, and it does. And then what you're gonna wanna do is nest it. Anytime you make any changes to any video clip for this specific kind of project, you're just gonna nest by right-clicking and clicking nest. And name it the same thing as the clip, so it will be to ocean. And so it will pop up here as to ocean as a nested sequence right here. And as you can tell, the video info is now 1920 by 1080, and you want this. So next I'm just gonna put in the dog clip, which is already there. And then I will drag in the waterfall clip, and I will also change that to 50, hopefully. There you go. Again, right click and nest, and it will be called for waterfall. Hopefully my computer does not crash. Okay, and then we're gonna put in our city, and same thing with this. Go to effects control panel, go to 50 because that's what you think it's gonna be, and then right click and nest. Go to and say 5 city. So next we're gonna drag in our dog video, and as you can tell, when I put it in here, it's a vertical video. I can zoom out, and if you double click on it, you will see that it's a vertical video. So I'm gonna eyeball it and say that it's around 90% in order to get it to be right up at the edge. And it's not quite, but that's okay. And I also want to position it differently, so maybe I'll make this go up to 200 or something, or maybe even a little bit more. like 175. So that looks about right to me. So once you're happy with what it looks, you'll just nest it and it will crop the video to how you like it. And if you want to crop it into a square or something like that, then you would just apply your crop effect and then reduce the sides or the top and bottom by percentages. But just for the sake of time, I'm going to do this. And if you want a more in-depth tutorial about cropping and that kind of stuff, I can definitely make that too. So now we'll just put in the horse video, which is another, it's looking like another 4K video. So I'm just gonna scale that to 50. Looks about right. Again, nest. This will be called 7 horse. And then I need to put in my cat video. Okay, wow, it looks like all of these are 4K, which is great practice for rescaling your videos. And that's gonna be another 50. Oh, this is not a cat. This is a dog. But you know what? We're just gonna go with it. So we're just gonna nest this and it will be 8 cat, even though it's a dog. And then farm video. Just trying to get all these nice naturescapes. This again is not 1920 by 1080, so gotta scale it to 50 and then nest again. Oh, I accidentally didn't name it. That's okay. You can just rename it to, what was it? 9 farm. There you go. The name is not going to update here, but for the reference, it's 9 farm. And then we're going to put in another cat video. And this one apparently is, let me find the size here, is 1906 by 1080, which honestly, okay, so on the sides it's a little bit missing a little bit, so that's okay. I'm just gonna scale it up to 102% so that it fills up that space, and then again I will nest this. And then 2 more videos. Okay, so then we'll put in the river one, and that one is also another weird sized one. Yeah, I'm not really sure what size this is. Okay, it's big, that's what it is. So we'll just go again to 50. And hopefully that looks about right. Yep, nest, 11 river. And then last video. Oh, I thought it was 920 by 1080. It's because I was missing a digit. There we go. Okay, and then 12 greenhouse. We'll go here. Another 4K video, so we'll scale it to 50 and nest this to 12 greenhouse. Okay, so now let me just drag this up so you can, oh, let me drag this up so that you can see. We have all of our tracks here, and these tracks will be played simultaneously in the grid pattern. So let's start doing our whole grid situation. So if you have all of your numbers written down, this process will go super speedy for you. I'm going to start with my bottom and rightmost video so that we can get it all positioned and stuff like that. So the first thing you want to do is the scale situation. That's really important because that makes sure that all of your videos are going to be small and they're going to be 1/4 of the width. So you're going to take your scale percentage and then divide that by however many videos you wanted to cross, kind of like how in InDesign you did 1920 divided by 4. So here I'm going to do 100 divided by 4, so that's 25. So now that you have your video that's nested, it makes it so much easier to resize your percentages without doing a bunch of weird math for videos that are different sizes and stuff like that. So what you can do is just copy and then paste attributes and click on motion, because all of this stuff is under motion, and click OK, and now your river video will be smaller. Copy, and I believe that you can paste your attributes on all of these. If I recall correctly. Yep, it's doing it very slowly. All of these are 25, good. This one still needs to be made 25 because I didn't highlight it. That's okay. The keyboard shortcut for pasting attributes is Command Option V. And so if you want a pro tip, you can do that. Okay, now all the videos are small. So now you're gonna position them. So go back to your greenhouse one, because let's just say I wanted to start with that. And there's the line that says position. This is where your coordinates come into play. Very important. So you know how it says 960 by 540, and that's the default. It's right in the center. And this is where your anchor point is. Don't touch that. So you go to your position, and now 920, or the first number, is going to represent the length of the video. So I'm going to put 1680, and it will jump all the way to the right, and then I want it at 810 because that's what I said in my little layout thing. Next, we're gonna do the river one. So the river one is gonna be on the bottom at 1200, and it will be at 810. All right, cool. Next video, it will be 720 by 810. Look at how easy this is. This nested sequence one, this is the farm one. It will be 240 and 810. Look at that, so easy. Next one, we're gonna go up another one, so it will be 1680 and 540. Done. Next one, 1200 and 540. And the dog one will be 720 and 540. And look, it's all nice and cropped, super nice. And then we have our next one, which is 240 by 540. Or I guess the position is 240, 540. And then we're gonna go to our top row now, which will be 1680 and 270 this time. Then it will be 1200 and 270. The ocean one is 720 by 270. And then this last one, the hiking one, is gonna be 240 and 270. And just like that, all of your videos are, yes, autosave, save. Okay. All of your videos are nicely arranged up here. Let me just drag this down so you can see it better. You didn't have to do any dragging or anything, and it makes it a lot easier. And in my experience, when I start dragging things, my Premiere crashes. I don't know why, but this is a super easy way to get a nice and clean grid. So yeah, here is the final project. I hope you like it. I will let it play right now. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, even though it was a little bit over the place. If you do have any questions, just let me know. I would be more than happy to answer your questions. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And please subscribe. Thank you.